Hey everyone, I am Cool Guy, and today I'll be going over episode 2 of my Destiny Crucible tips. It's Iron Banner Week, I love Iron Banner Week, and the previous Crucible tip video I made got very good reviews, so I decided to add on to it. Episode 1 will be in the description, so give it a look in case you missed it. And I made that first video as a base to build off of and to go back to if things aren't going your way in the Crucible. Also, the sensitivity video that I made will also be in the description. As with most of my tips, the majority of them will spread on into other games, but there are some very specific to Destiny, like the first one. It's to dance, and it sounds crazy, right? But if you're in a position where there might be a sniper looking at you, a potential sniper, or there might be a shotgun guy camping around a corner, do a little jig, see around the corner, look over the box, use this to your advantage. I've never been killed doing this. It is situational. You use it with your own judgment and use that third-person view to get the upper hand. It's not an exploit. There are hundreds of multiplayer games that are third-person, and in Destiny, you can use that third-person mechanic to your advantage. I do this almost every single game, and it really cuts down on the amount of times a sniper's taken my head completely off or a shotgun guy's come around a corner to shotgun me, because I can then make a decision. And that's what the majority of this video is going to be on, decision making, outsmarting your opponent. It's adding on to the tip of controlling your gunfights from the previous video. Because if you haven't noticed, Destiny is not Call of Duty. Bungie games reward teamwork, they reward headshots. If you run around a corner in Call of Duty and 3 people see you, you see them, you have the opportunity to drop them all. But in Destiny, keeping in mind you don't have any heavy or super, if you run around a corner, see 3 people, they see you, you're dead, probably before you even land a second shot on them. So let's talk about what we can do to maximize your potential in the Crucible, because multiplayer is all about angles and position. And a quick tip, if you run up to cover, crouch, and then aim down sights, there is a cover mechanism in Destiny, and you can also use this to your advantage. Use your cover. It's all about positioning and angles. When you navigate the map, be very tactical. You already have an idea of where you're going to go, so just go from cover to cover. Stay away from those big open fields. Remember, being on the outside of the map looking in, or the inside of the map looking out. And next we're going to talk about teamwork. Have a battle buddy. This is playing with friends and playing solo. I'll give you both ways, both scenarios, but playing with the group is ideal. Run with your team, run as a unit, feed off each other, steal each other's kills. I mean, we have contests in Destiny and in Halo to see who has the most assists after each game, because that's what it's all about. It's teamwork. Rush heavy ammo together, which comes at 9 minutes, 5:45, and 2:45, by the way. Do your callouts. Let's say a control game at B. Everyone go to B in the beginning of the game. Take it, make it yours, then stay at B and be far enough not to get killed by one super, but close enough to help each other out. If you're playing solo and you don't have any friends that you're playing with, choose someone on your team that has your playstyle, or find the top player on the team and follow him everywhere. Steal his kills, assist him, but keep all the tips we've been talking about in mind and start putting everything together. That, and if you have a mic and no one's on, go to the chat channel. Say, hey, does anyone have a mic? Someone will talk. If they do, find him and start working together. The worst thing that can happen is you part ways, never speak again, but the best thing that can happen is you very well might make a friend. If you're playing solo, just start the trend. Does anyone have a mic? And no one answers, start calling out, hey, there's 2 going to B, 2 on my X going to C. And I do this all the time, and a lot of times, people just come right on in and start talking with me. And the next thing is supers. Use them early and use them often, as soon as you get them. They're free kills. The more time you hold on to a super, then you're not gaining any more super energy for another super. I'm in the top 1% in Destiny of orbs dropped and orbs gathered. That's out of hundreds of thousands of players. So with friends, whoever gets their super first, call it out. I got Golden Gun, or hey, I got Nova Bomb. So if my friend says, I have the Golden Gun, then our team rotates, finds him immediately. We get together, he pops the Golden Gun, and we follow. We aggressively push. As he's shooting people, he's dropping orbs. And if it was a very good super, now 1 to 5 other people have supers. It's a very, very vicious cycle, and you can do the same thing over and over again, and I'll post a video in the future of how crazy that is. And if you're playing solo, or even with friends, you know what the audio cues sound like. You know what a Golden Gun, Blade Dancer, Nova Bomb, Sunstinger, Fist of Havoc, Bubble, you know what they sound like. So if you hear them, look at the bottom left. If it's green, it's from your team. If it's red, it's from the opposite team. But if it says your team made 3 orbs somewhere, find where that went down. 5 other people have supers on your team. Listen for that sound and rotate towards those orbs. It'll help you out tremendously. And a quick thing, a lot of people have been PMing me on the Reddit, Bungie.net, YouTube, and they really like the way that I snipe if I have any sniping tips, and actually I do. Some things I don't know if people have been talking about, but I can make that video if you guys would like. Just leave it in the comments, and again, thank you for your continued support, and until next time, I am Cool Guy.
You've shown your might, Guardian. Well fought.